Welcome to TSW After Darkside. You rebel fleets want to play rough? Okay, say hello to my little apprentice. Hooah!
You don't have to worry about recording the After Darkside.
No?
Because it's only the stuff that's going to go. It's only the stuff that's on our secret project, because I'm recording now. That's the only one that needs to be of a higher definition recording. That this one can be our usual crap, because we just throw this one out. We don't even care.
So to retake that, so that you don't need to, so that you can just cut the whole sentence. So it's only for the upcoming secret project that we need to record and send you the cut. Indeed. Cool. All right. Well, that's good to know.
For the secret project that the VIPs will get.
We need to stop mentioning the secret project, or we'll give it away.
I know. We'll have rogues coming to steal our plans.
I know. Just can't be having that.
Damn those rogues.
I know.
Right, so what we've been up to that we can kick about?
I've been binge watching TV on my commute. It's been fantastic.
Oh, is this your Amazon stuff?
Yeah, so it's a combination of stuff I bought on iTunes, which I've just been buying on the cheap, like TV series for like £5 each and stuff. I have been keeping an eye on iTunes HD movie deals on Facebook, as everybody should.
Indeed.
But I haven't found anything on there that's caught my fancy yet. But when I do, obviously I'll buy it through there.
Yeah, well, you can always send me anything that you're interested in, and I'll send you a link.
All right, cool. I'll keep that in mind.
TV shows as well, because I tend to concentrate mainly on movies on there.
Yeah. I'm waiting for Rebels to come down in price for Series 2, because I bought Series 1. I'm about 2/3 of the way through that now. And Series 2 is still £20 for the two halves of Series 2, which is quite cheeky.
Yeah, it's a little bit steep.
To me, like say again, TV series, the digital pricing on TV, movies, and comics, I think, are a little bit. Lucky we're off to Darkside.
That was Jen.
Yeah, I gathered.
The cat was attacking the other cat.
Oh right, okay. I love that her reaction is "What the fuck?" Like the cat's going to go, give her a really reasoned explanation of no, hear me out.
No, she nicked my milk.
Yeah,
and play with my toy. Yeah. So let's not give it what the fuck when
scratch me in the gooch.
He's got coos as well.
I think Marc just broke.
Oh dear. It doesn't take much, does it?
No, I've noticed this.
It's usually the dark side that brings me to. I don't want any pictures that you can possibly.
No, it's of my cat's coobs.
No, I do not want to know those things.
You know what a coob is? You're not even asked what a coob is.
I fear that I don't.
No, it's not bad. It's not bad.
It's Pandora's box, Rob. Trust me.
He's when cats get old, he's a fat cat. But when they get old, everything starts to sag like it does, right. And his belly actually touches the ground when he walks. But when he sits down, he's got a perfect cleavage, and oh my god, it is perfect. Trust me. Albeit very hairy. Between his front legs, he's got two coobs. Cat boobs. Coobs.
Coobs. Cat boobs. I like it.
Oh dear. I think this is why you come to the After Darkside.
Yeah, absolutely.
To get scary insights.
Yeah, they really, really sometimes can be. I've been binge watching TV. To go back to what we were talking about, I've been watching about 5 different series at once. So I mentioned Star Wars Rebels, which I'm getting into slowly. It's kind of a slow burn, and Kyle over at Tumbling Saber told me it would be as much for the first series. Yeah, he said there are some episodes that are just there to make up the numbers, and there are some that actually advance the story. So I've started to find a couple more of those, and I love the Inquisitor. He's fucking fantastic. Jason Isaacs as well, who's tremendously talented chap. Then I've been watching Bosch.
That's on my list of things to watch.
Yeah, I've written a piece that's going up sometime early next week on Emotionally 14. By the time this podcast goes live, it will probably have already gone. But it's basically just telling why I like Bosch. I binge watched the first series, and I'm about halfway through the second now. There's 10 episodes in each series, but obviously they're 40 minutes each, so I can't always quite get them in a single commute one way. I have to get it on the return journey sometimes. And then I'm watching Archer, which is always worth a watch. Have you seen that one?
Is it animated?
Yeah, it's a cartoon. I think it's a Cartoon Network one, like an Adult Swim cartoon. It's about a secret agent who's a bumbling drunken idiot and his mum runs the agency, and he's good at the stuff he does, but he's a complete prick.
Right.
And he's all the kind of things that James Bond is, with just a really kind of snarky personality and stuff, and it's just quite funny. I picked up the first 4 series on iTunes because although they are on Netflix, I don't have unlimited data on my phone, so
right.
sometimes in the month I have to be careful what I watch on Netflix. But with Archer, I can watch it anytime I want because it's on my iPod. And I'm watching Futurama because I bought the first series of that on digital as well. Because there was a period a couple of weeks ago where they were all just each series was about £5 each, so I spent about 40 quid and got loads of TV shows out of it. I did really well. I picked up Lie to Me as well, the Tim Roth one.
Oh yeah.
I really like that show. I like a lot of detective stuff. This is the thing that people will probably know about me from, and certainly anybody who reads Emotionally 14 will know I've done a few bits about how much I like detective shit. But Lie to Me is quite good because it's all about body language and behavioral science and stuff. But it's Tim Roth as the lead detective, and he's just a really witty guy, very funny guy, very naturally amusing.
Yeah, I like Tim Roth.
Yeah. Watching a video with him earlier on. It was about movie. It was about endings you should have seen coming based on subtle clues in the film, and one of them was Reservoir Dogs.
Right.
And they were sort of pointing out some of the foreshadowing that led to the ending. There's a few good films in there actually in the list. Can't remember what the channel was because it was either Looper or Screen Rant, one of those ones that does top tens.
Yeah.
And they did one about endings you would have seen coming if you noticed the little clues. They do like Usual Suspects, Sixth Sense, Sixth Sense, Usual Suspects, Reservoir Dogs, and some others. I can't quite remember off the top of my head.
Yeah, the Sixth Sense is very interesting to go back and pay attention to everything that's red.
Yeah, the trouble is with that, right? So here's a question to pose to you guys and get your opinion on it. When there's a twist,
get off me, Frank.
There's a twist. Who's Frank?
It's Jen telling Frank off again.
Who's Frank?
Like she didn't tell him off enough the first time. The cat.
Oh, is it the cat? Okay, because it's just like
you're doing After Darkside, Jen, and you're pulling. I didn't even hear her because I got a headset on. What did she say?
Just said,
"Get off me, Frank."
Get off me, Frank. And I was like, "There's a twist."
I am oblivious when I do the podcast, but I didn't realise somebody would be coming in and shagging my wife. Who's this fucking Frank dude?
Yeah, you're oblivious to the
pussy.
You're oblivious to the point of cuckoldry. Yeah, so the question I was going to ask, right? So this is one that a friend of mine, the aforementioned Joe Crouch, has a podcast called Word Bugger, which is a two-player debate. So it's basically they both come into it with a differing opinion on a particular subject, and the object is to convince the other person that their opinion, their piece on it, is more valid than the other. So that's the premise of the show, and it's when they get it right, they nail it. And even when it's not, maybe even when it's chaotic, it's entertaining. But they were talking about spoilers. Now, my feeling on it is that knowing the twist of a film can put me off watching it if I haven't already seen it. So the reason I bring it up is because I haven't seen The Sixth Sense, and I have no interest because I know how it ends.
Yeah.
Even though it might be a really good movie, it's dampened my resolve to see it because I know the biggest piece that's coming already because it's just common pop culture knowledge. So what do you guys think? Is that something that bothers you, or do you tend to not? Does it put you off seeing any film if you know exactly how it's gonna end?
Well, I don't mind seeing Sixth Sense again if I saw it the first time and loved it. I was surprised by the ending, but I don't, like you say, if I knew the ending.
Yeah.
And that film is all about the ending. It's a very good build up.
Mm-hmm.
Like the ending is what you're talking about when you're leaving the cinema.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's what everyone was talking about.
I can't think of a single example of anything that would stop me from seeing something for the first time, even if I knew how it ended. I mean,
if they told me Han was going to die, for sure.
Maybe. I've listened to podcasts like the Slash Filmcast for movies that I haven't seen yet.
Yeah.
And I haven't worried about being spoiled, but then I saw a film this week that I had stuck the film cast to one side so that I didn't spoil it. 10 Cloverfield Lane. I really didn't want that ruined for me. So I guess...
Because you want to see that.
Because I didn't want my experience to be tainted in any way.
Yeah.
Not because I was fearful of any spoilers being given.
Okay.
It's not really about what happened, but how. So, I suppose a bit of yes and a bit of no for me.
Okay. I can see that because actually with the Wordbugger guys, they did a podcast about Batman Superman. I haven't listened to it still because I still really want to see that film.
You're the one.
You know, I am the one who's left who's like, bring it back for a showing.
Yeah.
But I am realistic to the fact that I am very much in the minority on that one because I know it didn't do nowhere near as much money as they were hoping. But didn't we say it was like 890 million or something? It did fine. It just didn't do what they were really hoping, considering they were bringing together two of their most iconic superheroes, and indeed three of them because they brought more.
Rating as well, wasn't it? Or the
new one will be.
The new one will be. Yeah. I might watch that. That sounds good.
I don't know. I think you're being generous with the "that sounds good" thing.
Is it that bad? I haven't seen it yet.
I really hope that the reason they've given it an R is because they throw it into full-on sort of Londoner, just like slang and verbiage. Like, Superman, I'll mug you off, you.
Yeah, that is what I've heard. I think that is the way they're going to go with it.
Mark, Rob dropped the C-bomb.
Oh no, but it's After Darkside. No one will care.
Oh, good.
And so for American listeners, it's not as big a deal over here as it is. I know it's a huge kind of no in America, but over here in the UK,
you'd be burned at the stake by evangelists for saying that.
It's almost a term of endearment over here, isn't it?
Kind of, yeah. Oh, how you doing?
Let's not take advantage of the opportunity to use the word.
That's fine.
Hang on. There you go. You can't cut it. You said 5 times.
Hoisted on my own fucking petard.
What else, Mike? I can't think if there's anything else I'm watching. Preacher, when they put the new episodes up.
Oh, I love Preacher. Oh, I love it so much.
I like it a lot, actually. They've, like I said, I think I mentioned to you before, they've made some slight tweaks to the story in the pilot, but they've kept... There's a lot of stuff that's different, but it's not, it's not different for the sake of different. It serves a different purpose.
Right.
And also, some of it's just as good, really. Did you see, there was a fantastic post doing the rounds the other day, because the original Preacher in the comics looks very different to Dominic Cooper.
Yes.
He looks a bit more like, let me see if I can think of an example. It was like Scott Weiland from Stone Temple Pilots, but with long curly hair and obviously not dead. Still makes me sad, that one.
You wouldn't know about the way you're cracking jokes about it.
Well, it's been a while. I've made my peace. And to be honest, it was one of those ones where people weren't really that surprised. Like Ali,
Yeah, that's
he obviously had been very ill. He was quite an old, he had a good innings. He had an incredible career and incredible achievements. But nobody was really like, oh, I can't believe that. That's come completely out of the blue. It wasn't like Bowie or Rickman or anything like that, where they were sort of keeping illness a secret or anything like that. Ali is very publicly known for being unwell.
I didn't like Ali.
No?
As a person, no.
Oh, wow, okay.
I thought he was a misogynist, I know. I remember seeing the interview with Parkinson,
right? And
he was so rude to Parkinson and very
was he really?
Judgmental about him being an agnostic.
Oh, right.
And his views on whether he believed women should be covered up in not burqa but a similar type clothes affair,
right?
And he was saying, you could tell that he was a very jealous guy. He didn't want his woman being looked at by anyone else.
Right.
He said, when he was equating his girlfriend or wife to like almost like something. He said, like, if you had, I can't remember now. You have to watch the Parkinson video on YouTube, but equating it to some bit of property.
Right.
Like, if it's yours, why do you want someone else looking at it? Yeah. Why are you wearing? It was about women wearing short skirts and how wrong it was.
You should think about that next time you send me pictures on Skype, Steve.
Well, I know. I'm so sorry. But it made me think. Honestly, he can be on it, and I thought, you know what, you're just an arsehole. And I know that's really contentious because he was a great fighter and all the rest of it. But
well, yeah, you can distinguish between the artist, because obviously he was an artist in the ring in terms of how his craft. He was an absolute master of his craft, but you can differentiate the craftsman from the craft, because otherwise nobody would like H.P. Lovecraft, massive racist. Orson Scott Card, homophobe. Who else is there? I mean, Michael Jackson was, not found not guilty of stuff, but at the same time, he was a weird dude regardless. Who else is there?
Not guilty on all 18 counts, wasn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Which, there's an 18 joke in there somewhere, but I haven't got the heart to do it. I love Michael Jackson.
I read a book by Orson Scott Card. Didn't he do the screenplay for The Abyss or something like that?
He did Bender's Game.
Ender's Game, yeah.
No,
Ender's Game.
Let's call it Bender's Game.
What, the Futurama?
I fell for that then. I'm sure he did the screenplay for The Abyss. I'm going to look at that.
You might have had some input on something like that.
Really?
Awesome.
Because I read that and it was really good. And that's where I found out all the history of the ring, which I'm wearing on my finger.
Oh, right.
That is awesome.
I got the people who made the ring for the film. I got them to make. Well, they kind of jumped on the bandwagon and they made rings. So I got one made for my wedding ring. But the history was that was from a submarine that the guy worked on. I can't remember his name now. It's my favourite film. I can't remember his blooming name. Bud, thank you. It is submarine grade titanium.
It's really nice, your wedding ring.
Oh.
It's not as wide as his. In hindsight, I would have made it wider.
It doesn't look like he wrote any. Oh no, hang on. He wrote the novelization of the movie.
Ah, okay. I knew I'd read it.
Yeah, he novelized.
So it wasn't the screenplay. It was afterwards.
he novelized the movie with input from James Cameron.
Wow.
Oh, okay. There you go. That's really good, by the way. If you like The Abyss, that's a great book.
That's one on my list of things to see, actually. The Abyss.
You haven't seen The Abyss?
I know. We were talking about this last week. Apparently, I should be fired for some of my.
You should. It's just like Marc not liking Shawshank. I've just ruined half your listeners, Marc. Marc does not like Shawshank.
No one cares.
Please write in with complaints.
Nobody cares.
no one cares about it.
No, nobody cares. Steve.
Wait for the HD version.
This is the sound of a beaten man. Just
it is.
I've been fighting that battle for years.
Oh, yes. Eventually, Cameron will succumb and bring out a HD version of The Abyss, but is yet.
Is there no HD version?
Nope.
Oh wow, it's conspicuous in its absence, I'd say.
Well, just get a good version on a DVD version and upscale it, I guess. But
I guess
it's still brilliant. It's still a brilliant film. The practical effects in it are second to none.
I've heard they're superb. Yeah, it's a very impressive film visually. I've heard.
Yeah, there's some issues with the water,
Well, of course,
because boats always look small when they're floating on normal water. They do things like, if you want to watch a brilliant film about The Abyss, once you've watched it, watch the documentary on how they made it. It is awesome. They basically flooded a nuclear silo, and he nearly killed Ed Harris, and that's why they don't talk.
Right.
He didn't nearly kill Ed Harris. Ed Harris was supposed to have a diver next to him, and the diver didn't swim up to him quick, and he was convulsing.
Oh, blimey.
Yeah, it was, and he was pretty, narrow thing.
Yeah.
The stuff they went through to make that film is just amazing.
Did the diver just swim up to him, Steve, with a little whiteboard and write, "Keep your pantyhose on"?
Yeah. Or have you what I? Yeah, but it was a fantastic. Oh no, I've got to. Rob hasn't seen the picture, Marc, has he?
Don't send him that.
I'll paste it in.
What's this?
Oh no! Am I not supposed to?
No, what are you sending?
What is this?
Oh no! The pew pew picture.
Oh yeah, that's funny. Yeah.
Oh, is it a cat?
No.
I'll paste it in now.
All right,
we did. This will be interesting for some people.
All right.
Oh, should I just paste in a number?
Steve. You've just pasted in the name of the picture you put.
That's not right. It said copy.
You've just pasted the file name.
How dare you, sir?
Hang on, let me just type that into my Explorer.
Yeah.
Last year we
actually might find it.
Fuck all. What are the odds?
That's amazing, isn't it?
For those who are interested, the odds are 1.
There you go. Did that work? Oh no, there you go. There's the number again, just in case.
I've just got that. Fuck's sake.
What's going on here?
3,721.
I've just got the
Here
number.
it comes. Here it comes.
All right,
If this is the number, if this is the number of third time,
lose my
that's
shit
a shame. I was gonna.
That had happened, I'd have lost my shit.
A couple of years ago, Rob, we sat down and recorded for Movie Geeks Film News.
Nice.
We recorded an audio commentary for episode 1, didn't we, Steve?
Right.
Yes, and we all nearly killed ourselves.
We started it slightly worse for wear of the beverage.
Oh, okay. I was about
variety.
to ask if it was of the beverage or the sleep variety because
Yeah, no.
I've been fucked up both.
Both.
In my time.
I think.
Yeah, I've been fucked up on my time, both in my time, quite a bit.
Fair to say we were 3 sheets to the wind, and the space battle descended into a chorus of pew pew pews from all of us, adding our own sound effects.
Nice.
Needless to say, it didn't get released.
No,
because we were pew pew pewing our way all the way through it. So,
pew pew.
I
this
promise.
is pew pew pewing.
This is pew pew pewing. That's percent, Steve.
Yeah, but that means in order to get 2%, or it has to be divisible by.
Where did you
I don't know.
Math? What to?
Oh, mathematics or maths or math.
Math.
All right.
I did English.
Clearly, you only learnt one math.
Hang on a minute. If it's 48%, that means you got a 2% differential.
Math, you learned how to.
So you must have had 50 voters.
No.
Otherwise, where'd you get the 2% from?
Anyway,
rounding.
Moving on to Star Wars.
Oh yeah, no,
news.
it could be 4%. So you might be. I get it. Yeah, it could have been 25 voters. All right, I'll shut up then. I do get the math now.
Are we ready to move on to Star Wars news?
We are international.
Star
podcast.
Wars mathematics.
Yeah, we are international. We need to be open to all pronunciations of the word maths.
Do you mean pronunciations?
That works too.
Oh,
exactly my point. You see,
when the wheels come off this podcast, they really do come off, don't they?
I'm sorry. It's my reflex, Mark. I do try.
All right, we've got some news on Star Wars Celebration. Steve, you and I might be able to go to Tatooine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. HTC Vive and ILM X Lab will be demoing their, I think it's called Escape from Tatooine. I can't remember now. It's their immersive VR experience on one of those little headsets. So as you see there, I've put in my little notes. I'm guessing Steve and I will be doing a very immersive long queue experience before we get to try that out.
Can't we give them a few shout outs and then tell them we'll do it on our podcast if they give us front of queue access?
We'll just waggle our lanyards in front of them, shall we?
I'm going to need to take a chair because my leg goes numb after 5 minutes of standing. And not for any good reason.
There you go. No. That's another thing you've learned about Stephen on this week's episode.
I have a very, very bad back.
He's really opening up.
Yeah, and like a tauntaun.
Unlike his limbs, which are shutting down.
They are.
You two are big fans of this VR stuff, aren't you? What do you think of this?
I'm a skeptic.
Yeah.
Well, no, not so much a skeptic. I'm a tech enthusiast, but it's not my cup of tea personally. So I won't own one, but I think it's awesome.
Yeah,
I'll give you a
technical
technical
thing. I think it
thing.
looked very good graphically.
And a friend of mine at work has actually picked up a Vive, and actually 2 people on my team at work have both picked up Vives. They run at about £800 each, so they've definitely hooked in a few people. Yeah.
You have to have a really
I know.
Apparently it's brilliant. Yeah, you do. Yeah.
I know a lot about the PlayStation. Well, PlayStation 4 is coming out this year. Yep. Not powerful enough. We knew that. It's going to give headaches. So they've quickly are jumping very quickly to repair that by bringing out PlayStation. Alias was 4K. It's probably going to be, I think the development name is not set yet, but it's Neo is the development name. So the real name is unknown. But that's going to be 2 and a bit times more powerful than PlayStation 4. And the reason for that is because of VR. And then in E3 next Monday, they're going to talk about the Xbox Slim, which potentially could be more powerful. But more importantly, the Xbox Scorpio, which is due out possibly 17, if it is in fact real. Yeah. And that's going to be 6 teraflops. And Xbox One is only 1.32.
I'm annoyed by this.
Quantum leap in. No, it's brilliant.
No, it's not when you own those consoles, Steve. It's not.
It's buy a new one every year. You buy a new iPhone.
It's a massive middle. I don't though. This is it. I can't afford to buy these things every year.
We do, don't we, Mark? We'll give you our old handy-downs.
Oh, aren't you guys are far too kind. I may take you up on an iPhone if there's a hand-me-down going. But
you do make a valid point. There are people out there that can't afford it. Absolutely. No. But
this is the thing about Sony is they've built up such a massive positive PR profile over the last few years with all these consumer decisions to announce, there's a new PS4 and the old one isn't going to play the new stuff, so or it's not going to do the full whack of VR and things. Just go stuff yourself is seems like a bit of middle finger to me.
They're in business. They have to do it. All of the games are going to have to work on the PS4. We spoke about this before, and the PS Neo. They're all going to have to work. You don't have to get a new one. They're not forcing you, but you will if you want VR because it'll give you a headache.
Yeah, but it's still like a bit of a, you've only got the PS4. Oh, okay, well you get this kind of quality of visuals. And then if you've got the more upgraded one, you get a better one because we love you more.
But why isn't everyone moaning at Apple for doing that every year? It gets more powerful every year.
I do moan at Apple for that every year. I don't buy, like I say, I don't refresh my tech every year. I do it once sort of every 5 years or so. And for me, this seems far too early to be announcing new consoles with massive benchmark performance improvements. That seems.
But they were underpowered when they came out. The Xbox 360 or the Xbox itself and the Xbox 360 and the PS3 were at the top of their game when they came out, even comparable to PCs. And that isn't the case this time round. They all missed the boat. They all messed up.
I agree.
And they are unfortunately going to have to catch up in some way. And this has got to be it.
Yeah, but it just feels inherently wrong.
I'm a graphics whore, so I love all this.
I know you are.
But I do appreciate there are a lot of people, and our listeners will be these people
among
that
them
can't afford it.
Yeah.
And I do get that.
Just know that I feel your pain, listeners.
Well, they might give you the opportunity to trade in your PlayStation 4.
That would be
fantastic.
That'd be the situation under which I would let it slide. Is if they say, right, well, if you bought a PS4, one of 30 plus million people who did, which is why I think it's a massive middle finger.
40 million now.
Exactly. You're just proving my point further. If there's an option to trade in and just pay the difference, that would be acceptable to me. But I think anything less than that would be a slap in the face, and it would put me off. I mean, it depends on what the announcements are. If we're talking, 4 times more powerful, the Xbox Scorpio.
The Xbox Scorpio, I mean, I was going to say we're missing out Xbox here. They're doing the same thing. I mean, Xbox need to because they were naff, but they messed up the entire thing, making it a multimedia device. But I won't wax lyrical about that.
I like mine quite a bit, but
it is an After Darkside conversation, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, I know. Maybe cut this out to there, but it is going to be at least 4 times. If it is Scorpio, it'll be 6 teraflops, which is pretty good. I mean, that's pretty up there.
Totally.
Even by today's standards, which will be awesome. And there's CPU enhancements and RAM, bandwidth enhancements on the RAM too as well. So there's a bit of all-round stuff, but I love it personally. But then I will save up and get one. But I can appreciate that not everyone can.
Yeah.
Yeah, I won't be doing it. I'm still on the PS3. I have more fun on that than I have on the PS4.
Fair enough.
You need to play Uncharted, Mark. Uncharted Drake's.
4. Yeah, I do like the Uncharted game.
Thief's End. A Thief's End.
Supposed to be brilliant.
Honestly, I've just finished it. It is in my top 5 games of all time, just because it's just awe-inspiring. I know it's following the same old controls and this, that, and the other, but the visuals and the thought and the detail in it is just stupendous. I sat there with my mouth open sometimes. The game wasn't on. Have anyone seen the screenshots from Jack Reacher 2?
No.
Oh, they're nothing to talk about. Is Tom Cruise
they're just
kick shit out of 2 coppers?
I see. That's cool to me.
That is going to be. Honestly, that's in my top 10 films of all time.
In a similar vein, I'm holding out for a particular moment in Bosch, which it's in the. I downloaded I don't know why I did it this way around, but this time I did it. I downloaded the season trailer before I actually watched the first episode, even though I'd downloaded everything. And it shows him kicking the shit out of somebody in a car park, but I haven't got to that bit yet, and I'm so looking forward to it because it's great when he's just. Because a number of times in the show, people sort of try and square up to him and be like, tough guys, and he just knocks 7 shades of shit out of them.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's very similar, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it is.
I think they've
like
hit on an awesome franchise with that Jack Reacher.
I think it's.
I mean, I know it's written and everything.
I really like, a lot of people are down on Tom Cruise because of his religious beliefs. But again, if you distinguish the actor from the viewpoints outside the office, then he's a fantastic actor. Yeah,
I mean, he's never hurt anyone. That's what I was saying about Muhammad Ali. He's not an actor. He's not something I'm not into boxing. No. I just thought when he died, I thought, you know what, I'm going to research him because everyone was saying like what a fantastic man he was.
Yeah, and except Piers Morgan.
Like everything I looked up, it was completely opposite. I was like, oh, that's disappointing.
Yeah,
I wasn't really into boxing. I never have been, and I'm not judging him. I'm sure you take shit on the internet or any media. Yeah. One way or another, can't you? But
totally, yeah. There are people right now dissecting this with us as kind of, internalized misogynists, whatever the fucking stupid term is.
Yeah,
I'm sure.
I mean, do us a favour before next week. Watch the Parkinson interview.
Okay.
And see what you think. Give me your feedback. I'd be interested.
You sent me homework.
Yes, you've got homework. Now do it,
motherfucker.
Yeah, guys.
Do your homework.
We've already had quite a lot of input on our Twitter poll for the week.
Oh yeah.
Which when people are listening to this, if you're listening to this on YouTube, this will end tomorrow, the poll, which is pinned to our Twitter profile.
Oh, have you already put the poll up? I was like, how do they know about it?
And
this is recorded.
If you're listening to it on the day this podcast is iTunes, it's Thursday, this poll will end today. But it only went up 49 minutes ago. It's had 19 votes already and a really nice mix of opinions. And a really awesome comment from somebody called the Host 2000, who says, at Talk Star Wars, at Sith Fans 1, fuck anyone who wants them to have a ship. No, get out.
Well.
I don't know if somebody called at Sith Fans voted and they're getting some abuse for it.
Maybe.
I'm not sure, but that's been quite provocative.
Pew pew.
Pew pew pew.
Shots fired.
Indeed.
Oh my.
Han Sulu, ladies and gentlemen.
So yes. Oh my.
It's going to be a table read like that at some point.
Should we?
We should do that at some point.
Have you got your scripts to hand that I wrote?
Oh.
Should we?
I
can get it.
Should that be the content?
Is this going to be recording on After Darkside as well?
Just
Or are you going to stop After Darkside? You're going to make the script read as part of After Darkside.
Let's do it. Should we do that?
Yeah, why not?
That'd be funny, wouldn't it?
For a penny.
Let me find the fucking thing. 2 seconds.
Do I have to not sound wooden?
Your audio is really, really good, Steve. So I'm quite happy to record it all from this end.
Okay. Yeah. No, I don't need my Dropbox then. I don't think I do I?
For the last episode, yes. But no, you don't
need...
For
this one?
No, for the one... For Talk Star Wars, you can put that recording into my Dropbox just by saving it to Dropbox from your app because you're signed into mine from your app, right?
Okay. Just in case your one doesn't work.
Well, I want to boost your audio for the one that's destined for use elsewhere, which we won't go into details on.
Okay.
But
I'm not recording now, though. You know that, don't you?
No. I'm doing all the recording this end.
Okay, that's cool.
That's fine. You find it, Rob?
Yeah, I got it.
I hope I don't sound wooden. I always have an erection this time of night.
Oh, well done. Nice. I sounded like I enjoyed that statement.
You did.
I actually did.
I went weird then. I was like, okay, that went a bit weird at the end. Yeah. I was like, oh, yeah.
Yeah, it did.
You want to touch my wood?
That's why my camera's been off all this time.
What, Jen?
I'm tired.
No, it won't be on long. Jen's like, I'm tired.
Are you in bed now?
I'm on the bed. She's in bed.
Oh, she wants us to shut up.
No, she's all right. She's all right.
Let's get this knocked out and then we'll wrap it up then, shall we?
Yeah, sounds good.
Okay then. So should we just go straight into it?
Yeah.
Cool.
All right.
And we just tell Jen we're just recording something, Jen, for the podcast. Well, she's got up and gone. I think that's done it.
Okay. Right, we're ready then?
No sex tonight. Thanks, guys. I don't know whose fault it was for the other.
You're married. That's part of the course. Isn't it? That's what I've heard.
Right, are you all right? Are you going to be able to slip in and out of Palpatine, Rob?
Sorry. I think I can manage that, yeah.
We should let people know what we're doing, really. If you're listening to this, you're about to witness us attempt to record, or maybe not, because I might cut all this out, an advert that will be going out on another podcast for
How
our
am I
show.
saying yeah? It says Steve and Rob, yeah.
Together.
Yeah.
Oh, as in, oh yeah, what do you want? Oh, I see.
Yeah,
I was like, I was going to go, yeah.
Oh my god! On that note, actually, I've got a funny little story on a similar vein, right? So I recorded a YouTube series for Emotionally 14 recently, which it's a sequel to the video I did where I was trying to unbox HeroClix looking for a particular figure.
Right.
And I've done a follow up where I actually go into a brick, which is where you can actually get that figure. Because unbeknownst to me, the first time round, I couldn't do it I couldn't do it because of the way I'd bought the figures, so it wasn't possible. Even though I was sort of trying, it couldn't be done. So I thought I'd give it a proper go, and I decided I wanted something a bit kind of deliberately shonky for the intro. So I asked Blake, the wonderful Blake Harmer of Emotionally 14, to record a line for me. And what I wanted him was to do, and this was the remit I gave him: give me the word whoosh as disinterested and disaffected as you can manage, while still giving it some energy behind it. So give it energy, but no enthusiasm. So the first one he came back with was pretty good. It was a bit long, and he kind of pronounced it like whoosh.
Right.
I was like, okay, well that's not quite what I was after. So I came back to him and said, could you give it more of a USH sound? What do you reckon he came back with?
Don't know. Go on.
Wash.
Wash.
And he went, is that more like it? I was like, no.
See, you should always write these things down.
No, I did. So basically what I came back to him and said, can you do it more like push rather than
whoosh?
Whoosh, yeah. Rather than the whoosh you did, can you do it more like push? So he gave it back to me in a different take, and that's the one I finally used, was just like a sort of whoosh. And that's so it probably hasn't gone live on YouTube by the time this has come up. So if you check out Emotionally 14's YouTube channel and look for the series called Man Baby Power Hour, the latest one will eventually have that sound effect. So I'm giving a bit of a sort of foreshadowing, but it never fails to make me laugh when I hear it. So hopefully listeners feel the same.
I saw a tweet this week that had me cracking up. I laughed out loud when I read it, and then I laughed about it later, and I even laughed about it on the way to work this morning when I thought about it.
Okay.
It was Anthony Bresnikan, who writes for Entertainment Weekly, put out a tweet where he just said he just dropped his 2 kids off at school. Yeah. And he said when they got out of he took his kids from the car to the school, and they met a third child, and one of his kids says to the third child, Mr. Bentley, and then the second of his children says to the third child, Mr. Bentley, and then Mr. Bentley, also a child, turns to those 2 children and says, gentlemen. And there's something about it that just cracked me up that these children would be talking to each other like that.
I love that. I didn't know if you caught that, Mark, but when you said he went to dropping his 2 kids off at the pool, I heard Steve mumble, he was having a shit.
It wasn't the pool, it was school, wasn't it?
It was school, yeah.
Yeah, it was
but
school.
When he said we picked up a third child, I thought Steve would just be like, oh, blimey, he's going to be there for a while.
A girl at work thought that someone had a really weird child school cycle going on, because they get up about 11 o'clock and go, I just got to drop the kids off at the pool.
Yeah.
And they were like, why do you keep going to the swimming pool?
Yeah, shouldn't he be at work? Yeah.
Well, shouldn't his kids be at school? Like, they didn't understand it. They was like, no.
I love stuff like that.
When he came back from dropping his kids off at the pool, and he was neatly tucked in. He had red elbows. That's the first.
red thighs.
Yeah.
I went to Paris last week.
Oh, very nice.
I'm feeling a little French.
A little jet setter. Oh, yeah. And how did the little French feel about that? Oh, this is
he's not. He's sitting there covered in onions. He's nice. He's sitting here eating onions, going honey haw.
Oh, dear.
All right, okay.
Right. We won't get any 5-star reviews from the French iTunes store this week, then.
Oh no, it was wonderful, Paris. So here's some positive Frenchness. You know what? You don't see, not that you do anywhere else, but I'm just talking about Paris. You don't see any fat people in Paris.
Really?
It made me realise how downhill the world's going with.
I think.
They're all slim. I don't know if it's because they walk everywhere or what.
I think it's a metabolism thing. I think their eating patterns might be.
Yeah. They all smoke, mind you. That might be.
There is that. Yeah. There is that too.
Yeah, but it was honestly. I haven't been to Paris since I was 18. What a beautiful place! And we went in the. You know what it's like with the floods. That's when we went.
Oh wow!
And it was still their architecture. You go to London and you see the Houses of Parliament. You think, wow, our country is amazing. The stuff we've got.
Yeah.
I have to say, Paris is a city to die in.
Okay.
Oh, it's just.
Well, we're glad that didn't happen
as well.
to you, Steve.
No, although I could have done if I'd stayed in the Louvre any longer. They were shutting it down when we left.
Did you say the Louvre or the Lou?
When you say
the Louvre, not the Lou.
Shutting it down to a fatal degree. What were they doing? Knocking
no,
it? No,
because they were moving all the works of art from the basement upstairs because of the floods. But luckily, it didn't happen in the end. But the Louvre is just the most beautiful building I've ever seen in my life.
Would you give it 5 stars?
It's just stunning. I would, and they would let me in as a VIP forever.
They would. This is it.
We successfully bring that tangent full circle.
I've now reached a level 2 thingy on Google review. You know, Google Earth, you're a contributor.
All right.
Okay.
I'm now a level 2. It's not adventurer, but it's something like that.
A wanderer.
I don't know. It's something.
Yeah.
I was gonna. I can't. I'm slipping into After Darkside.
Yes, you are already.
You're like, what's his name from Kung Fu?
I am listen to this. This is exciting. This is even better than 174 subscribers. I am a local guide, level 2.
Oh.
Local. Wow.
Well, like a girl guide.
That's what it says. Yeah. A brownie.
Are you going to wear a woggle?
Is that an After Dark?
I don't know what one of those things are. This section will get cut out of the podcast.
Oh no, we're all right. Isn't it a toggle? I know what you mean. Wimple. No,
it is a woggle.
That's a nun.
I'm sure it's a woggle, isn't it?
I'm pretty sure it's a woggle.
Yeah.
What's a wimple? That's when nuns go in pain, isn't it?
That's a wonky dimple.
Yeah, I think it's a wonky dimple. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or a donkey wimple.
Oh dear.
Okay. Let's get into some listener comms, shall we?
Enough
Pretend we just didn't have a massive tangent that went on and on and on.
That can be the full YouTube cut.
Yeah, that will be the full
Director's
YouTube
cut.
edit. Okay. Or I'll cut that bit out and stick it in the After Dark side.
No, these are pearls. Keep them in. People love all this stuff. I've just taken you up to 5 stars. I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay.
He's taking this up to 6.
One of them's naked.
Apple iTunes are just currently chiseling out that 6th star for us.
Just for Talk Star Wars, yeah.
Yeah, you got it.
All right, listen to comms.
On a similar note, is a friend of mine used to work in an office. I can't remember if it was like an insurance company or a bank or something like that. But it was one of those sort of really big corporate offices with loads of phone teams. And there was this woman there who was convinced that there was either a recruitment agency or a rival company called Pastures New, because that was how people referred to themselves as leaving. Oh, he's moving on to Pastures New. And one day she just turned around to her colleagues and just said, who are these Pastures New that keep nicking all our staff?
It was in their HR strongly worded that.
That's really
exactly.
bad, isn't
just
it?
like, I work for Bigger and Better Things Limited.
Somebody at work came back into a big meeting once. There was loads of people there, and half of them we didn't know. And he'd been out to the loo. And he came back and they said, what do you think, Anthony? He went, oh, sorry, I missed that. I was just sending a sausage to the sea. And everyone was just crying with laughter.
Oh,
but we couldn't actually show it, but it was quite funny.
Mental.
Right, should we have a go at this then?
Sure.
Okay,
Yes.
so this is the Talk Star Wars podcast advert. Take 1. Natural as possible.
Right.
Hey guys,
Yeah.
we need to
Where
record
was Rob?
Shit, sorry.
that wasn't a bad.
Me and my fucking own.
Sorry.
Okay.
You know the bit that says "and Rob"?
Yeah, sorry, I missed that bit.
Don't worry, I'll fuck up in a minute. We'll be on take 9.
2.
Fine. Take 2.
This might have to continue on next week's episode. Okay, take 2. Hey guys,
Yeah?
we need to record a promo for the podcast. Any suggestions?
Oh, we should keep it as simple as possible.
That sounds good.
Something like, if you like Star Wars and you listen to podcasts, you should check out the Talk Star Wars podcast in iTunes. What about that?
I mean, we could really motivate people to listen.
No, what do you have in mind?
Well, you could tell people they should listen to Talk Star Wars, or they will feel the power of the fully armed and operational battle station.
We can't do that. We can't do that. You can't threaten people.
We can't threaten people.
Sorry, Steve, I trampled on you.
That's my fucking name.
I was really getting into it.
He's like nicking my lines. But he did a perfect Palpatine.
That was good, wasn't it? I like that one.
He'll do his. It's very, very good. That's why I wrote it like that. All right, take 3 from the top, because this is too much fun not to do it from the top.
So Marc,
you can always cut this in, but no.
When you said gradually slips into his voice, is that the kind of thing you were looking for?
Yes, perfect.
Okay, cool.
Perfect. All right.
That's the kind of thing we're looking for.
Take 3 of That's the Kind of Thing We're Looking For, which is the new title for this advert. Right, good to go? Back to 0, everyone. Back to 0.
Okay to go.
Hey, guys.
Yeah?
We need to record a promo for the podcast. You got any suggestions?
Well, we need to keep it as simple as possible.
Oh, that sounds good.
Something like, if you like Star Wars and you listen to podcasts, you should check out the Talk Star Wars podcast on iTunes.
Or we could really motivate people to listen.
What do you have in mind?
Well, you could tell people they should listen to Talk Star Wars, or they will feel the power of a fully armed and operational battle station.
You can't do that.
Why?
We can't threaten people.
Oh.
Steve's right. Simple is the best. Like this.
That's your line, Nick.
Your line, Marc.
I know, it was my line. All right, we'll do it from the Steve's right thing, so we don't have to go from the top, and I'll cut it, right?
Am I saying Steve's right?
No,
No,
I'm saying. Okay,
yeah,
right.
Yeah,
sorry, we're taking it from the Steve's right line. Okay, right.
Yeah.
Steve's right. Simple is probably best. Like this. I'm Marc.
I'm Stephen.
And I'm Rob.
If you love Star Wars,
and you listen to podcasts,
then you should check out our show, Talk Star Wars.
You can subscribe to Talk. Hang on. You can subscribe to Talk Star Wars on iTunes.
And find us on Stitcher Radio.
And find full episodes of the podcast on our YouTube channel.
You can find the podcast and everything else we do at talkstarwars.co.uk.
And you can play with us on Twitter by following @TalkStarWars.
You should also head over to facebook.com/TalkStarWars and like our Facebook page. Or we will strike you down with all of our hatred, and your journey towards the dark side will be complete.
That's not cool.
I've said it now.
Steve.
Head to talkstarwars.co.uk and join us as we talk Star Wars.
Or else.
That's brilliant.
Fucking hell, sorry, I almost broke. It's just it's one thing to see it written down, and then it's another thing to hear yourself doing it back. And I've said it now.
Yeah, it's brilliant and it sounds great. That is superb.
Oh shit,
that's good. Do you want to do another one?
What's this for again? This is our promo for.
We're going to send it to Tumbling Saber.
Tumbling Saber first, and then anything else where we need to stick a promo in.
Yeah.
Somebody's going to tell me I should read my emails.
You should read your emails.
I do. I have to bullet read them.
To be fair, that one literally just said, "I've offered the Tumbling Saber guys as well."
I made up. Can I just say I made up a perfect term for someone that you think's pregnant but is really fat.
All right.
And I said it at lunchtime, and everyone was like, "You can't say that." I'm fucking right. I just made up that word, fattening. Or alternatively, my mate Dave came up with the alternative version, which is pro-beast.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's good.
Right.
That's a good
But
one.
that's not to detract from anyone. Actually, I am. I'm taking. Yeah, no, you can cut this out if you like. It's really, really unpolitically correct. But it is After Darkside. I didn't mean it, but she was waddling along, eating cream cakes, and we couldn't decide if she was pregnant or not.
Well, here's a way to tell, right? So this is based on my experience of dealing with pregnant women.
Piss on a.
Did she? No.
Face.
Did she? As she was. Just because I wear the blue strip mask.
Is that how doctors do it, Steve?
Do that? Yeah. I wear the blue strip mask.
My doctor does.
We know. I've been through this, right, Steve? My blue strip mask is just aesthetic. It doesn't have any practical function. I just like the way it looks.
I just like the idea that Steve's doctor's always saying to him, "Steve, do you think I'm pregnant?" And weeing on his.
No, he always says to me, "Are you
the doctor
pregnant?"
does it to him.
I don't know, and then he sticks his finger up my bum and goes, "No, you're not pregnant." I'm like, "Well, not now."
I like the idea that the doctor solves everything with, "Well, let's just to pop up here and piss on my face, and we'll find out."
And he goes, "No, you're not."
Yeah. He goes, renal failure.
Recording that ad was way more fun than it had any right to be.
Oh, it really was good. Yeah.
We'll do it again.
Did you say you wanted to go again? You're happy with that?
Should we do it?
Mark,
should we have one more go?
You can cut this bit if you want. This is just an aside. I would love at some point to do a table read style thing where we do all the different characters that we've created, like Palpatino and Han Solo and stuff.
Han Solo,
Maybe like if we can find like a decent stretch of like 5 or 10 minutes of Return of the Jedi where they all get to speak.
Oh, that'd be brilliant, wouldn't it?
It'd be great. Yeah. I think it'd just be fun. I can do some more. Maybe do some Han Solo promos for. After Darkside, when we run out of Palpatino.
You got a Wookiee.
We got a Wookiee.
Frankie.
Right, let's go through this once more, shall we? Just for shits and giggles.
Cool. Yeah.
Okay. This is take 4 or something.
This is take 4. Yeah.
Okay.
We nailed it last time, ish.
Ish. Oh, we did well.
Yeah, it was alright. Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Hey guys.
Yeah.
A bit more enthusiasm than that.
Well, I was a bit suspicious.
Yeah,
I thought I'd go with the suspicious angle.
Okay. Oh, no, sorry. Yeah, Bush. Hey, guys.
Yeah?
We need to record a promo for the podcast. Any suggestions?
You should keep it as simple as possible.
That sounds good.
Something like, if you like Star Wars and you listen to podcasts, you should check out the Talk Star Wars podcast in iTunes.
Or we could really motivate people to listen.
Oh, okay. What do you have in mind?
We could tell people they should listen to Talk Star Wars or they will feel the firepower of this fully armed and operational battle station.
No, we can't do that.
Why?
We can't threaten people.
Oh.
Steve's right. Simple is probably best. Something like this. I'm Mark.
I'm Stephen.
And I'm Rob.
If you love Star Wars.
And you listen to podcasts.
Then you should check out our show, Talk Star Wars.
You can subscribe to Talk Star Wars in iTunes.
And find us on Stitcher Radio.
And find full episodes of the podcast on our YouTube channel.
You can find the podcast and everything else we do at talkstarwars.co.uk.
And you can play with us on Twitter by following @TalkStarWars.
You should also head to facebook.com/TalkStarWars and like our Facebook page.
Or we will strike you down with all of our hatred, and your journey towards the dark side will be complete.
That is not cool.
I've said it now.
Steve.
Head to talkstarwars.co.uk and join us as we talk Star Wars.
Or else.
You put a laugh in on your line. Sorry, Mark was cackling. I've ruined it. Mark cracked me up because he started laughing.
I was corpsing. Sorry.
Can we go from I've said it now? Oh, no, go from that is not cool.
Okay. Let's go from...
I fucked up.
Let's go from... you can find the podcast and everything else we do at Talk Star Wars, right?
Right.
And then that's you next, Steve, okay? You can find the podcast and everything else we do at talkstarwars.co.uk.
And you can play with us on Twitter by following @TalkStarWars.
You should also head to facebook.com/TalkStarWars and like our Facebook page.
Or we will strike you down with all of our hatred, and your journey towards the dark side will be complete.
That's not cool.
I've said it now.
Steve.
Head to talkstarwars.co.uk and join us as we talk Star Wars.
Or else.
That's a good one.
That was a good one, yeah.
That's a keeper. That's a keeper.
Yeah.
Perfect. There we go.
Definitely keep the cackle. That's probably the least I've struggled with it.
You made me want to cough.
Whereas I was struggling not to cackle throughout. Right, on that.
Certain lines that just break it. It's great.
Don't you think Mark is a bit unprofessional sometimes, Rob?
Oh, don't get me started.
All right, okay.
Don't get me started.
I've got a big bag of fuck you.
Fuck you.
I've got this finger in my bag. Oh, there it is, and you can't see it.
Ooh-ah.
Ooh-ah.
Right.
Okay, so we're all done then.
On that note, I think we're done. Yeah.
Cool.
That's been a really long recording session tonight, but we've got some good... Yeah. At least we've got a good
I'm going to upload that tomorrow, Mark, at work, if that's all right.
Okie doke, no problem. And if you're a VIP, you'd have already had this, because I'm going to put this trailer out on the VIP feed tomorrow.
Nice.
All right.
Oh, excuse me.
That was charming.
That's going in.
That's staying in.
That was... I actually tasted the beans, mash, fake sausages and carrots then.
What a charming...
That was like a rehash.
What a charming insight that is.
Okay. I need to go and vomit.
Thanks for listening to Talk Star Wars After Darkside.
And he's not done giving.
No. Ironically, I bet you there'll be no carrots in it.
No, probably not.
You know these things.
Something you didn't eat, like corn.
You know these things only end when we stop talking, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it.